Good morning, sports bettors. Matt Modi here with OddsJam, here as you are probably already aware of, to give you NBA player prop best bets for today. So I went through the positive expected value page on OddsJam, locked in 5 NBA player props that I really like. I'm on somewhat of a hot streak for these NBA player props. I went 3-2 2 days ago. Yesterday, I went 4-2. I had 8 plays total, but 2 of them were for DeMar DeRozan. He ended up being a late scratch, so he did not play. The remaining 6, I went 4-2. So I'm glad that I've had consecutive profitable days with these player props. To start off, just to go through all of the plays that I locked in, I had DeAndre Ayton under 1.5 assists. That hit 1-0. I had Vooch over 1.5 3-pointers. That hit 2-0. Jaren Jackson Jr. over 7.5 rebounds did not hit, 2-1. DeMar, both of those didn't play, so we're still sitting at 2-1. And then I had Anthony Edwards under 2.5 threes. That cashed for plus money, plus 112. I had Aaron Gordon over 15.5 points. That cashed, $75 profit there. And then the one that I missed was D'Angelo Russell over 3.5 made threes. So 4-2 overall on these player props. Yesterday, 3-2 the day before. 2 straight profitable days after a 500 day the day before. Amazing. Yesterday in general was an incredibly profitable day for me. One of the best days that I've ever had, using OddsJam up 1,700 in profit. Just an incredible day. Positive expected value betting. So before I get into the plays, I definitely recommend following me on Twitter that you see, my Twitter handle that you see on the screen here, Jedi Modi. I'm trying to be a lot more active on Twitter. Also, you can follow me on Pickett, very betting specific app at OddsJam_Matt. Literally every single bet that I place syncs with Pickett, syncs with the OddsJam bet tracker as well. And then other than that, would appreciate like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps me out a ton. All the engagement helps me out a ton, as my role here obviously is to help build the YouTube channel. So let's chat. Play number 1 of 5. Andrew Wiggins over 2.5 made 3-pointers. So this play is at plus 175 odds at DraftKings. So I locked this one in. DraftKings let me get a whopping $5.31. As you can see here, I would have tried to risk $75, which for me is 0.75. So moving forward, 0.75 units is what you should be putting on these player props. And to confirm, if it's plus money, then you're risking $75, 0.75 units. If it's minus money, you are risking to win $75, 0.75 units. So just something to keep in mind there. So this Andrew Wiggins play, over 2.5 made 3-pointers, plus 175 odds. It's a really good play. OddsJam calculates the no-vig odds of this play to be at about plus 159, essentially. So there's like a huge 16-cent gap between these two numbers, right? The OddsJam no-vig odds, these are pulled from the sharpest sportsbooks in the world. So sportsbooks that consistently do the best job at pricing odds. OddsJam tested, confirmed, use that data to tell them, okay, these sportsbooks are the sharpest. Then they remove the vig using a weighted average, spits out these no-vig odds here. So all you really need to know about the no-vig odds is that you can view them as the true line, the true market, the true price for what this market should be priced at. So basically saying, looking at all the sharp sports books, this really should be priced at like plus 159, plus 160. We're getting it 15 to 16 cents higher at plus 175. That's a really good sign. And then another reason why I like it, just compare the DraftKings line to every other sports book. So it's important to make sure that the bet you are placing is an outlier compared to every other book. So that's exactly what I did before locking in all of these plays. I literally clicked view event page in a new tab. It pulls up where every sportsbook is pricing odds for this play. You want to click this button, show no vig odds, and it removes the vig from every sportsbook. And as you can see, every sportsbook that prices it has it below plus 175. So it looks like the odds changed to plus 170. That's fine. Still take it at plus 170. It's still positive expected value. But look at the no vig line of every book. Plus 154, plus 167, plus 154, plus 156, plus 157. Every single sports book has the no vig line below the DraftKings line of plus 170. That is a sign that you are placing a profitable bet. And that's the type of research that I do for every single bet that I place. I make sure that it beats the no vig line of the majority of sportsbooks, including the sharp ones, which in this case was BetOnline. So all in all, Andrew Wiggins over 2.5 made 3-pointers is a really, really good play. That's play number one. Play number two in the Sixers versus Celtics game, going to be an exciting one. Derrick White under 1.5 made 3-pointers. So this one I locked in on PointsBet. As those of you watching know, heavily limited on PointsBet. They let me win, or let me put $1.92 on this one. If you're not limited, you should put whatever 3/4 of a unit is for you. PointsBet prices this at plus 130. The OddsJam perfect line prices this at about plus 125. So the gap between these two numbers, that is where your profitability comes from. Now, I did the research on this one in terms of removing the VIG. In the sharp sports books that you want to look for, I mentioned BetOnline. That's one. Pinnacle is another one. And then specifically for player props, DraftKings is actually pretty good. So I removed the VIG for this Derrick White one, and it beat the closing line for those 3 sports books as well as the majority. Obviously, FanDuel is a little bit closer at plus 122, and BetRivers is also a little bit closer at plus 117. So the line in terms of beating the no vig odds was basically below the BetRivers line. So everything BetOnline and below beat the no vig line. It includes the sharp sports books, is the majority of sports books, which is why I liked this play a lot. And then one thing real quick, I'll pause here and mention, you notice that a lot of the plays I take are plus money, right? Plus 130, plus 175, or plus 170 now. And I get a lot of questions like, okay, why are you taking the plus if that means that the play is unlikely to hit? And by definition, that's technically true. Anything that is plus money, has no vig odds that are plus money, means the win percentage is below 50%. But as we saw yesterday, I went 4-2. Some of those plays that hit were for plus money. Like if you look at like the Anthony Edwards plus 112, that hit. And then I had some other plays that I didn't record on this video that hit. Plus 125, that hit. If we just want to go through it, plus 126, that hit. Like a ton of plays that are plus money still hit. The goal is to just find value. So I think it's something that people need to change their thinking a little bit. The goal isn't to win the highest percentage of your bets. If that's what you wanted to do, bet all favorites all the time. I can promise you won't make money, but you will win over 50% of your bets. The goal is to make money, and betting plus 130, betting plus 175 means you don't have to win 50% of your bets in order to be profitable. And if you do, then you could have days like I had last night where suddenly you're up $1,700 because getting plus money plays to cash is so much more valuable. So that's something that I try to mention as often as possible. Don't avoid plays that are plus money just because they're plus money. It's all about the odds of the bet you're placing compared to the rest of the sports books. So that's important. Wanted to get that out there. Next play is and this is my third one, Jalen Duran under 8.5 rebounds, plus 123 odds at Caesars. So I locked in this one, as you can see right here. Jalen Duran under 8.5 rebounds. I'm not limited on Caesars, so I was able to get the full 75 on this one. As you can see right here, wager $75. OddsJam perfect line prices this at about plus 121. And look at the Caesars line compared to every other sports book. So you can ignore Prize Picks because they're a DFS company, so their implied odds are the same for every single one. But look at every other sports book, right? Plus 105, plus 105, plus 105, plus 106. This plus 123, universally beats the closing line, is a true outlier from every single sports book that prices it, which is a sign that this is a really good play. So this is play number 3, Jalen Duran under 8.5 rebounds. Play number 4, we are looking at Jordan Poole under 33.5 points, rebounds, assists. This is at minus 104 odds at Caesars. Another one that I locked in, as you can see right here, Jordan Poole under 30. I don't know why Caesars keeps doing this, but it's Jordan Poole under 33.5 points, rebounds, assists. As you can see right here, risked to win roughly $75, 80 to win like 76.92. I don't feel like doing the math, but roughly 3/4 of a unit put on this one. And look at the odds, right? Like compare 104 to DraftKings and Pinnacle, -125, -126. Clearly an outlier compared to those two sportsbooks. Clearly a mispriced line from Caesars, pricing this at -104. So this is my fourth play, Jordan Poole under 33.5 points, rebounds, assists. And then last up, another Jordan Poole stat. We're looking at him to go under 5.5 assists. So let's say Jordan Poole blows up, scores 34 points alone. We lose the PRA, but we're also fading his assist total. So if he has a game where he doesn't pass, he just shoots a lot, we are still cashing his assist total. So this is my fifth and final play that I locked in right here. 92.50 to win roughly $75, something like that. And then just same thing here. Compare the Caesars line to every other book. So it's doesn't beat the closing line from FanDuel and PointsBet, but it does the other ones. We see -135, -143, all the way up to -159. So we are getting a pretty good price on this Jordan Poole assist number as my fifth and final play for this video. We're hoping to keep the streak alive here. I'm now 7-4 on my last 2 days with these player props squarely in the profitable range, showing you the variance. Before that, I was a little bit cold. Now I'm in a hot streak. That's just the nature of sports betting. But that's it. So please like, subscribe, comment. All that stuff helps me out a ton. And then, as I mentioned before, hit me up on all the social medias. Jedi Modai on Twitter and TikTok. OddsJam Matt at Pickett. And that's it. So appreciate everybody watching and have a good one.